Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Okay, so I was just kind of complaining to whoever would listen to me a minute ago about how I can never keep my Palo Santo stick burning. It, I'll get the end of it lit, and it just only lasts like a minute. I lit that. It lit like crazy. It's it's going like crazy. You can see that. I've never had one do that. Anything that happens to me during a reading is meant for you. So go get some. Don't know why. Um, I think Palo Santo is stronger than sage, but I use both. So I'm not sure the significance. So if you know anything about saging or anything like that, and if you don't, go to YouTube. There's tons of videos. I don't. His presence is very strong, very, very strong. And know that when I get rid of him, you can ask him to leave if you don't want him around, but that you can sage your house and your loved one is not going to leave. It's not gonna get rid of them unless you want them to. I mean, it's totally up to you. Free will choice. So I'm going to talk to Cody. He's already been bopping around here. Also earlier, now, see, I don't allow them in my home. Well, I'm in my camper, but same thing. I don't allow them in my house. Um, Actually, I get a little jealous because other people have, lights going off and on and doors open and shut, and I don't get that stuff because they're not allowed. If they show up, they have to tell me who they are and why they're there. So my home is my safe space. But earlier, a couple times, this may not be related, but I'm pretty sure because I was getting ready to do this. It was like I heard a door shut. I can see the only door that actually shuts. The other ones are sliding doors. Door shut, and I heard like a click or something, and I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and my stomach dropped. And I'm usually never afraid because I know I'm divinely protected, and it was a different feeling. And I'm not saying he gives off a bad feeling, but I think that you will feel that way because it'll kind of scare you, freak you out, something. So if you hear doors shutting, or I feel like he's looking around the corner out of my bathroom. I got a fifth wheel. Um, so when you see them, and they do it to me too, you see them in your peripheral vision. And then when you turn and look, there's nothing there. And I include this as peripheral vision because I can be working at my desk, and I'll see somebody walk by my table. Oh, really? So you normally, and even when I turn my head to look, and you'd think I'd learn by now, after it's happened to me so many times, I still look and they're not there. And it's like, I can see you guys. Why you disappear when I look? It's just the way it works. So no, if you think you see something walking down the hall, or you think you see something, like you're watching TV and you see something walk by the kitchen door, know that that's him. Know that that's real. He says, I love you. I thought he said sugar bug, and then I thought he said honey bug, honey bun, sugar bun. We stink at getting names, and so nicknames are the same. So whatever nickname, if it's anywhere close to that, you might have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. He's going yippee cow patty. You know what cow patties are? Did you just step in some doo doo? Or maybe you used to talk about cow patties, or did you ever go fling? What is it? They toss cow patties, I think it is. Some kind of a like a sport thing. I'm sorry I had to leave the way I did. I'm sorry I had to leave so soon. And he goes, tell her, Rhonda. So what they taught me is we decide when we're our exit point before we get here, before we're born. And it could be when you're 1 day old, it could be when you're 100 years old. Whatever that timeline is, it can shift a little bit depending on what the people around you are going to learn or what they need from that person leaving or that person staying a little bit longer. So know that he was in his timeline. It's like when they say your number's up, and I hate that term, but that's basically what it is. But it's something we predetermine. Why? I don't know. They won't answer me. They won't tell me why. I've asked the higher ups. It's none of my business, I guess, because wasn't in on that the planning stage of that. I'm just a peon. He keeps saying, thank you for allowing me to be in the planning stages of your life. I do not know what he means by that. He should give me, he's not going to give me a lot of details. He should give me just enough so you understand what he's referring to. For the planning stages of your life. He just kept saying it over and over. I still love you. Love never dies. What we did together was important. Our child is important. The life we put together, and he's kind of going like this, the life we put together was important. I'm trying to get him to tell me why it was important. We were following our life path. I just couldn't stay. But you will carry it on. Don't forget to keep following the life plan. You're on the right road. I know sometimes I didn't treat you like you were as important to me as you really were. And for that, I am sorry. I wish I treated you better. And even if he treated you like the greatest thing in the world, that doesn't matter because he felt like he could have and should have done more or done it different or done it better. It's his perspective. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call. Be there by your side. You've got a friend. Trying to get to the end of the song. You don't want me to sing, I promise you. So go. I don't have Alexa here. I should bring a little Alexa here because I've got a hotspot. Anyway, go find that song. You've got a friend. Don't want me to sing. It would hurt your ears. Because there'll be messages in that song for you. We love to work with music as far as messages. You you have felt him. I tell people this all the time. You know, when somebody walks in the room behind you, you don't hear them, you don't see them, but you feel them, and you turn around, and you go, ah, there's somebody in here. Didn't know you were in here. You felt it. That's why you turned around. That's their energy. He says, have. To say either you have or you're going to. He says, you have felt him. You just feel that presence, that energy. He's very strong. I want to see you happy again. I want to see you dancing. I want to see you on your twinkle toes. You were the light of my life. And yes, I will be watching out for our child. That's a given. And so will a grandpa. I don't know if he's his grandpa, your grandpa, the child's grandpa. I don't know. He said a grandpa. And he's not specifying which side or grandpa, great, great, great. Don't forget to tie the knot. Don't forget to tie the knot. He's not telling me what he's referring to. Okay, he's talking about that night at the county fair. I think there's a song with that in there too. And I don't have Alexa here to ask her. Night at the county fair. So I don't know if he's talking about physically the night at the county fair or the song about the night at the county fair or both. He could be talking about both. Whatever that refers to for you. Good, clean fun. He's trying to hold something up and show me. It keeps changing. It keeps changing. It looked like an apple. Then last time it looked like a banana. In the middle, it looked like my healing thing over there with an owl on it. It just, I know he's holding it up and the object keeps changing. Not real fast, but just, I don't know what he's trying to show. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. Always. So if it doesn't make any sense, keep it in mind. You'll know what it is later. He says, should you ever fall in love again, be okay with it. I don't know how long he's been gone. It doesn't feel like he's been gone very long. But if you should ever fall in love again, be okay with it. He wants you to be okay with it. It's such a beautiful feeling. And it was beautiful with you, for me. You accepted me the way I was. And we still have the same spirit, the same soul when we leave. We just don't have this old heavy body. Like, this is what I call our car for our vehicle, for our spirit and our soul to run around on earth in. We're still the same soul, spirit when we leave, because that doesn't die. The body, the physical thing does. The rest does not. He says he wasn't happy with his vehicle here anyway, but he felt like you were okay with it. And he appreciates you for it. Just remember I love you and it'll be all right. That's an old song by Firefall back in my day. You might want to go Google that. He says, everything's good on my side. Everything's fine. Everything's great. There is no getting lost. So I promise you 1,000%, he can hear you. He can see you. So talk to him all you want to. You don't need me for him to hear you. Did he have an older car? And I mean more like a older car, that like maybe a car that you would put in car shows, like him or somebody close to him, maybe somebody in the family. He's bringing up this, I can't tell what kind it is. Like I've got 50 something or 60 something. I think he's trying to validate himself because he really hasn't done anything to validate himself yet. I always ask him for 2 or 3 things so you know for sure that it's him. Just remember I love you and I'm there whenever you need me. I'm seeing things move out of the corner of my eye. And I don't know that I've ever seen anything maybe once in my fifth wheel move. So I'm going to have to associate it with him. Okay, that just felt like something crawling on my finger. And there's nothing. I do have a couple of flies in here, but there was no fly there when I moved. So know that when you feel that tickling sensation, feels like a fly or a bug or something crawling across your finger, across your hand, could be on your arm. It doesn't have to be exactly on the finger. Or do you have something specific on this finger that they're drawing my attention to? Like this is a special ring for me. So know when that happens. That's him. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring him. Maybe you have a special ring on that finger. It's my right hand. And sometimes videos, depending on what thing I'm doing videos on, sometimes it's backwards. That's my right hand. Okay, with that, he's going to leave. He says, I'm always around. I'm always around, here and there, everywhere. What was that? What was that cartoon? Oh, I don't know how old you guys are, but you're not as old as me, probably. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. I think it was Underdog. Underdog, I'm pretty sure. It was that cartoon. It was a long time ago. You may not know that one. I don't think he was popular enough to still be around. With that, he's slowly kind of, I would call it ambling off. He just slowly, kind of side by side, walking off. You're a wonderful person, and don't forget it. Don't let anybody tell you different. And I'm proud that you were my wonderful person for a while. Because I got shit on a lot earlier in life. But I found the right one. And I appreciate you more than you know. You made my life easier. And with that, he's gone. Okay, much love to you, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Peace. Peace out.